anxious all the time. I feel like every day I just get more and more stressed, worried, defeated, guilty, and out of control.
I mean, I'm supposed to be a Christian, right? Everyone sees me as a Christian, so I feel like I should act like one. I mean, I believe in God and that Christ died for my sins, and that's great.
I'm so grateful that he did that. Some days I feel like believing that Christ died for me means that I have to live a life of guilt and regret, living in this idea of what everyone thinks a Christian should look like.
But then I realized that when Christ died on the cross, as painful and morbid as a scene that was, he died so that his death might also be our own. That our old sinful nature might die and we might become new. When his blood was shed, our sins were washed clean. It's almost like his hands were our hands, and his feet were my own.
And believing and knowing that Christ did this meant that I too am a new person.
Realizing this helped me to see that I wasn't meant to be anxious all the time, and that if I ask and trust that his Spirit would move in my life,
that I too might receive the peace of God that transcends all understanding.
His wounds were not in vain. Yes, it was horrible, but out of the worst event in human history came the greatest gift in history as well.
He died so that I might live.
His wounds secure my peace.
And that is not bad news.
Every new day
is an opportunity to see that the gospel is good news. That in him I can find courage.
That in him I can find wisdom.
And that in him I can find the peace and strength to stand up and feel free to be who I really am.